as a review and what we've learned so far in O month, and if you're brand new, don't you worry, I'm going to go over these nice and slowly as we do our lesson. But for those of you who have been here this month, this is what we've learned so far. We have learned that when you see an O with another O, no, excuse me, when you see an O with another vowel in the next 1 or 2 spots, that first O is going to say its name O. And when you see an O without a vowel in the next 1 or 2 spots, that O will probably say ah when you're reading. Some examples of a O with a vowel in the next 1 or 2 spots will be an OA, an OE, an OW, an O consonant final silent E. Okay. We've learned that when you see an O toward the end of a multi-syllable word with a consonant after it, like in bottom, that second O right there is changing to the schwa sound and saying for that reason, because it's toward the end of a longer word and there's a consonant at the end. So that second O in bottom will say change to that schwa sound. That first O you can see says because of the tap 2 rule. Okay, we've also learned about the sound oi. Oi. You're going to see that spelled as an OI or an OY. You'll see OI in the beginning of words and in the middle of words. You'll see OY at the end of words. They both say the exact same thing. So the oi in coin sounds the same as the oi in toy. All right, should we get reading? Let me share my screen. There we are. All right. We have, in this first word right here, we have a hard C. And down here, I'm just noticing also, this G right here is also going to be a hard G. I'm just going to throw this out there. C and G are the only letters that have a hard versus a soft sound. So they are the only ones that are hard or soft. Vowels, A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y, and if you were in my last class, sometimes W, those will have a long or a short sound. So these vowels are long and short. C and G are hard and soft. They're the only letters that get that designation, a hard or soft. The hard sound sounds hard. It's made with the back of the tongue kicking off against the back of the throat, like k or g. The soft sound sounds soft. It's a softer sound. So C says S for its soft sound, and G says J for its soft sound. So hard C, K, soft C, S, hard G, G, soft G, J. Now, these will only make their soft sound when the next letter is an E, I, or Y. And we are going to have 2 full lessons on this later on. But I just wanted you to know that one of these letters has to be after a C or G for it to make it soft sound. And if there are 26 letters in the alphabet and that's only 3 of them, that means that 23 out of 26 times the C and G are going to make their hard sound. So when you're reading and you're unsure what it says, default to the hard, where the back of the tongue kicks off against the back of the throat, K and G. This is the only time when it's not going to make that sound. And we're going to have a whole lesson on it so you don't have to worry or wonder. We're going to practice that a lot. All right. Okay, let me put this back here. So I see we have a hard C at the beginning here. This oi, that's our vowel team that we're learning, says that diphthong sound, oi. I want you to recognize it as a unit. That OI is a vowel team. So recognize it as a unit that makes that peculiar sound, oi, that diphthong sound. And then this O says O at the end. That's just what O says at the end. So we have k, oi, p, o, koipo, koipo. Now try yours over here without me. All right, so this OI will say oi. This O at the end will say O. So our sounds are t, oi, p, o. Make sure your P is voiceless. No vocal cords are used, only air. P, so it's not pa. It's not pe. It's not any, no sound should come out, only air. Just p. T, oi, p, o. Toipo. Toipo. How'd you do on toipo? Yes or almost? Y or A? Can you please explain why oven starts with a schwa o? Lots of questions here. D isn't considered hard and soft, dude and dream. Nope, not really. But the O is an oven. It's because O will change to the schwa sound if the next letter is a V, or there's a couple other letters too that will force that O to make it schwa sound. I'm super impressed that you knew that. That's not very many people know that. Well done. And the D is in dream and dude, same sound. That D sounds a little different with that R after it, just because that consonant blend just alters the sound of that D just slightly, but it still should be pronouncing its intended sound. Dream, dream. All right, so speaking about DR, try this one over here. I'll do this with you. So this O says ah. This OY we're recognizing is a vowel team. That Y is a vowel if it's not the first letter. This OY says oi. So our sounds are d, n, d, oi. Keep the maintain the integrity of the sounds of these two letters. Okay, make sure that you say that each sound as they were intended to sound. D and Drondoi. Drondoi. Otherwise it will sound more like a JR. Drondoi. So try to articulate those cleanly. Drondoi. Okay, try yours over here. Okay, this O will say ah because of the tap 2 rule. This OY we are learning to recognize as a unit. One vowel team that says oi. So our sounds are f, n, b, oi. Together. Fronboy. Fronboy. How'd you do on that one? Y or A? Yes or almost? Good. Okay. I want to try this number 3 without me over here. Go for it. Try not to let an M sneak in before that P. It could be tempting to have an M right there. Okay, so here we have that hard G. This O is going to say ah because of those two S's. This OI will say oi. This O says O. Now here we have 3 O's in the same word that say 3 different things, and you know why. Brilliant. So our sounds are G, ul, ah, s, oi, p, o. Glossoipo. Glossoipo. How'd you do on that one, please? Let me know. Yeah, it is a CVVC word. You're right. So Blair is saying you could divide it right here because we have a vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel word. So you could do gloss and then soipo and then put those two together. Glossoipo. All right. Yes, yes, yes. Brilliant. Lots of yeses for how you did on that one. Slide on down to... I don't think you need to do this one because it's very similar to that one. Try this one. Number 4. So this O is going to say ah, right? Easy. What about this O? Is it also going to say ah? No, because when O is toward the end of a multisyllable word and there's a consonant at the end, particularly if that consonant is an N or an M or a P, then that O is going to change to the schwa sound and say Now, if you didn't get that, go ahead and try reading it now. So our sounds are sh, ah, s, t, n. Shastran, shastran, shastran. That's not a very easy word to say. How did you do on that one? Y or A? Nice. It was hard, I know. It was hard for me too. Shastran. You guys are so good. All right, let's slip on down to our extra practice. Any requests down here for these nice hard ones? Put your requests in the Q&A and I'll write them down so that we can hopefully get to all of them that you want to do. You're like, I got this. They're all easy. Lots of number 6s coming through. All right, let's start there. Try number 6 right here. This one's kind of fun to say. You're like, easy for you to say, huh? All right, how are you doing? So we know that this O is going to say ah because of those 2 T's. We know that this O is going to say O because of the O 2 doors down. Those are both the tap 2 rule. This O is going to say because it is toward the end of a longer word with a consonant after it, particularly when that last consonant is an M or an N or a P. So our sounds, here we have 3 different O sounds in the same word, and you know why. It wasn't even a mystery to you at all. Most everybody else out there would look at that word and they would just blow their mind. They're like, how are you supposed to know what those O's are going to say? They should come to this class, right? All right, so our sounds are sh, ah, t, o, d, m. One sound at a time. Sha, shot, chateau, chateaued, chatouda, chatoedum, chatoedum. I have a good feeling about this one. Put a Y or an A in there for me. I made sure my lips were closed when I said the M at the end. Brilliant, well done. Chatoedum. Keep those lips closed is what Blair is saying, because the sound for M is not ma. The sound for M is your lips have to remain closed. Chatoedum. And number 8. I knew there would see a lot of Y's in there. Brilliant, my friends. Okay, let's try number 9 now. Go for it. Okay, this O is going to say O. This O I will say oi. This O will say So we have l, o, t, oi, n, d, m. Low, loat, lotoi, lotoin, lotoined, low-toinder, low-toindra, low-toindrum. How'd you do on low-toindrum? Low-toindrum. Yeah, it does. R's, L's, and N's are the hardest words to read in words. Oh my goodness, you made that look easy, but I didn't get that one. Low toin drum. Low, loat, low toy, low toin, low toined, low toinder, low toindra, low toin drum. That was not easy, was it? Okay, number 1 now. Try number 1, everybody. Wait a minute, is that a real word? It is. What is that doing in here? Why is that even? There's a U. That word just snuck in here. I don't have any other words with U's in them in this word. It was supposed to be an O probably, and I bet that was an autocorrect. But yeah, this U is a U, this O is a O. So that word would say Pluto, right? What if this was an O, which is probably what I intended? What would that word say if that was an O? Now it would say O, so that word would be Ploto. Ploto. What if this was an O and there were 2 T's right here? It's hard to read, isn't it? Plato, Plato. Yeah, that one was hard because it was hard to write on that word. Is that a real word or a real planet? You've got me. I can't keep track of what's a planet and when it is and when it isn't. But both, I believe. Let's try number 8. Number 8, go for it. This one's going to be a little hard also, so give yourself a little bit of grace on this one. Your mouth has to do a lot of things. Your tongue has to go in places that it's just not easy to wrap around. Right? Am I right? Does it just seem a little awkward to say? So make sure that your S is a singular S sound and not an SH. This OI says oi. This O is going to make the schwa sound and say So our sounds are S, oi, p, t, Soip, trum. Soip, trum. Soip, trum. I don't even, if I were to imagine what that could be the name of, maybe a medicine, Soiptrum, maybe a planet. That's a good one. Yeah, did you get it, Blair? Everybody put Y or A so I can kind of see how you're doing. Nice. Almost? Okay. Soiptrum. You know what? Let's do one more. I'm going to throw in, I want you to do number 4. What would that word say? So this O is going to say O. This O is going to say So we have sh, O, t, Shotum. Shotum. What would that word say if it had 2 T's? Shotum. Shotum. What would that word say if it had 1 T and no M? Shoto. Shoto. You guys are getting good. You guys are getting good at reading. And you know what I love? That you know the reasons why the letters in the word say what they do. So now you can hear all of the sounds within words. You understand why a word is spelled the way it is, and you're learning how to blend each sound to the end without any leaving, any coming in, any getting transposed. And it escaped my mind, but that's enough. Those 3 things, your phonemic awareness is improving, you're understanding the rules of and patterns of language and English spelling, and you're learning how to blend with precision. That's amazing. You're amazing. Have a wonderful rest of your night and a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Bye, everybody.